Hi, my name's Tony Guglielmi. I am the head of user experience at Imager.com, which is actually one of the top 20 most visited sites in the U.S. And we actually host pretty much the most viral images on the web, or like most popular images on the web. I am uh, technically I'm a graduate from Ohio University. I have a bachelor's in interactive multimedia from the Scripps College of Visual Communication. Uh, that's a 4 year degree, and it's mostly in web design. I have a lot of background. Actually, I took a lot of classes in management information systems. I actually specialized in that, and then also computer science classes, so that I actually got a lot of development background as in the web, as well as with design and project management in my time at Ohio University. So I'm kind of the jack of all trades when it comes to web, because I felt that it was very important. It's very important in this industry to be flexible and also to just kind of know a little bit of everything. You want to specialize certainly in a couple of things. You want to be a really, really good designer, or you want to be a really, really good developer. But it's really good to kind of know how all the pieces of a puzzle goes together, and that's exactly how the web is. There are a lot of different pieces, a lot of technology that needs to go together in order to make a really, really fun experience and website. Um, I went to college. I actually did an internship in New York with a place called Hello Monday. And this company was actually, really fun, really small. And we worked on, for my first two projects, I was actually developing for Google with some projects of theirs. One was One World, Many Stories, which was the Google Earth project. And then also Google Fiber. I helped with their prototyping and also like ideas on just kind of like concept ideas. So it was really, really fun. They flew me out to California in order to meet the Google teams, and it was just really kind of like an experience of a lifetime. As well as, I was living in New York at the time, from somebody who's never left Ohio. So that was really, really cool. Um, so after school, I actually decided to move out to San Francisco, and I had a job lined up from a friend of mine who actually owned Imager. I met him in a coffee shop one day, and we worked really well together, and so I ended up moving out to San Francisco to work for Imager. It's kind of a big thing in this industry that you have to really follow where the work is. And that's becoming more prevalent everywhere, anywhere that you go. You kind of need to just follow where the jobs are. And there's actually a new technology boom out in San Francisco with a lot of web startups and a lot of products that are coming out here. So that's exactly why I had to come out here, because the job was here. Um, the biggest thing for you guys to keep in mind is that the web is only it's less than 25 years old. So when it comes down to it, um, you guys have the biggest head start of anybody. You've had technology that's integrated into your lives every day. And what that allows you to do, because you know the technology just as well as any of us, it allows you to actually push the technology to another level. So you guys have a huge head start, especially with the school you guys are in currently. So just keep that in mind. You guys have this really, really big opportunity to really excel in anything you do simply because of the technology that's you utilize in your life today. So I guess biggest thing when it comes to like other jobs that are out here, I'm actually head of user experience. I pretty much design the interface of Imager currently, and kind of updating things to make sure that the website works properly, to make sure that that the users don't get confused about what they're doing. And I work with other developers. Some of them are more back-end hardware, which is kind of like your computer is hardware, and then others are software, which is kind of like different programming languages. And then I also work with people who kind of project manage, such as the CEO and the COO, which are the two probably big heads of the company. Um, so there are a lot of different kind of jobs that are surrounding it, but what it comes down to is in this industry, you really need a special kind of character, a special kind of personality. You If you want to work for a fun company, if you want to work for a company like Google, they actually hire you based on if you do have the expertise they need. If you are a really good developer. But another thing that goes along with that is a lot of they make sure that you match their character, that you kind of meld with their community. So what it comes down to is they really look for individuals who are honest, who are problem solvers, who are dependable. They don't look for somebody who's a know-it-all. They don't look for somebody who is just going to tell you how things are or is very rude because they know everything. They're looking for somebody who, if they don't have the answer, then they'll find the answer. And at Google, that's probably the most important thing because they are the number one uh, search engine, right? So if you can't find an answer that they have based upon that, then that's kind of a big problem, right? So they love problem solvers. Um, so in order to do that, in order to just kind of really excel in this industry, not only personality but just really being a hard worker is important. I know that during my 4 years of college, I did way more outside of class than I did in class. It came down to me needing, like, I felt like I needed to learn this because my classes weren't pushing me hard enough. And what that ended up doing was really allowing me to set myself apart from my classmates. So it was really a lot of hard work. It was a lot of time that I put into this, but it was worth it in the end. I am, thankful that right out of college I had a job opportunity that was paying way more than the average. I would say if you are going out and you first get a job into the career field anywhere, and you have a bachelor's in design and development, you should at least be getting 55 to 60,000 a year. And so, not that that should be very important right now, but just keep that in mind. So this career field actually has, in my opinion, one of the better growth rates in terms of salary. What it comes down to is your first job would normally be your least paying, but within a couple of years, you'll actually see exponential growth in a lot of salaries that you'll get. This is just from what I've been seeing from my friends. So it's a really, really interesting opportunity in this field, and it's still growing. So let's see here. So I guess you guys, since you guys know that you are very, interested in this and you have some talents towards it, I think the biggest thing that I would tell you guys is you don't have to wait. I started my junior year of high school. in 2007 in web development, and at that time I was using Flash and a couple other things, and those things are almost dead now. So just keep this in mind that it's like you guys could start today if you wanted to, learning how to write basic HTML or learning how to design something or reading books for design and stuff like that. Make sure to still be kids. Make sure to still have fun and be social, play games. But you are able to actually start, if you really want to start learning, you are able to. There's plenty of stuff out there to read and plenty of safe resources for everyone. Um, so keep that in mind. Let's see. So, um, let's see for me. So I guess I'll tell you a little bit about where I work currently. I work for Imager.com. We actually have a lot of fun little things that we get to do. We have like pizza parties every Friday, and that's awesome. We go out to eat all the time, and it's on the company, and those are some pretty big perks. It's nice to save some money. And we don't have to be at work until 11 o'clock at the latest. So it's like we have to be there at 11. Um, but so that's pretty nice. But you still have to work 8 hours no matter what. So it's swing hours. If you want to work um, starting at 11, then you have to be there for 8 hours afterwards. So I usually go in a little earlier, but it's nice to have that flexibility when you have those days that you just can't get up. There are actually 3 days a month that we get to work from home. So that's also nice where I can just be on my computer at home and sit at a desk and just as if I'm at the office. That flexibility is nice just because, sometimes I have to go pick a friend up from the airport or anything like that, to have appointments and stuff, and you have that flexibility where you don't have to go into work. Uh, let's see. With the related jobs in this field, so you can be a designer, which you're actually creating things that people see, and then you can be a developer that actually you're more developing the interaction, or you're kind of making it work. So the designer is all about making it very visual, and the developer is all about making it work for the user. And that's kind of two big things when it comes down to it, where it becomes very important for you to be able to work in a team. You can't work alone when it comes down to making very, very successful products. Imager has become very, very popular, and the founder did create it, but he needed help because there's just so much that he needed to do in order to keep this site up. So he brought us on, and that is exactly where we come in. We came in, and we're actually helping him make a better experience for the users. Me as a designer, and then the other, I have the developers to help that. So keep that in mind. That's like one of the biggest things in this industry is you have to be able to work in a team. It is just imperative that you're able to, and your ability to trust in your team is also just another aspect that is just an everyday occurrence. I think that's all that I have to share. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Give them to your teacher, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for having me, and I hope this has been helpful. So, bye.